Hello and welcome to the Listening Post's unboxing channel on YouTube. Today I'm unboxing one of the most anticipated products from WiiM, their WiiM Ultra streamer. WiiM, which is already renowned for the WiiM Pro and WiiM Pro Plus streamers, this is the pinnacle of their streaming category. It features a 32-bit 384 kHz DAC. It's an ESS DAC, it's their brand new, all the numbers. If you need the numbers, drill into the information, but irrelevant today. It's got an excellent headphone amplifier on board. It's got a touchscreen, a 3.5-inch touchscreen, vibrant colours. It's using Wi-Fi 6, so it has 2.4, 5 gig and 6 gig Wi-Fi. Bluetooth 5.3, yes. It will receive Bluetooth and transmit out Bluetooth as well to headphones and other things along those lines. It features the latest generation of WiiM's room correction, and as before it will offer subwoofer management and other equalization associated with both your speakers and your room. What sets this apart from the predecessors is its signal to noise ratio. Essentially at less than 120 dB, so at zero signal, the noise you will hear is 120 dB lower, so silence. In other words, it does its job absolutely perfectly, absolutely quietly, and will reveal everything in your streamed source through your amplifiers and other connected devices. The tried and true app is available from both the Google Play Store and Apple App Store, and that's how you do the multi-room and you set up the do the software updates and stuff. But please, enough said. This brilliant product, let's have a look. So, like before, the WiiM box and packaging is all full colour, WiiM Ultra streamer. It's got a colour delineation of what the unit is like, along with obviously an implication of its colour touchscreen. You'll, for those that have known WiiM and the WiiM Amplifier, which is up there, this is the volume control as well as play pause, and it's got a headphone output as well. Similarly, the packaging is alluding to a lot of the connectivity and apps that it will cover, including obviously Tidal Connect, Spotify Connect, to name but a few. We anticipate a software update for it to then be compliant with Apple AirPlay. On the back we've got a line drawing, very small little line drawing showing basically what is in the box. We've got some scannable information associated with the product as far as its model number, and then off on just one edge we've got the scannable serial number information and a tiny little wee silver logo. The box itself is really easy to open. It's got these little tabs, but you know me, I'm always keen to use a craft knife. Slicing that open's really easy, and then we lift the lid. The packaging itself is brilliantly made. There's no expense spared as far as something that's relatively small, ensuring that it's going to be well protected and, more importantly, look really good on retail shelves and things along those lines. It's folded cardboard, and then we see the product for the first time. It's protected in one of those sort of plastic protective film cloths. We've got off to one side one of the first accessories. We'll open that up and we see a basic adapter. Now that is designed associated with earthing and other things along those lines. We see WiiM's remote control. It's worth mentioning that this remote is in a biodegradable plastic bag. Like previous versions, this one doesn't come with batteries, and part of that is relating to a trend internationally for requiring manufacturers to offer recycling, and the recycling of batteries is proving to be a little bit more complex for some of these manufacturers, so they're shipping without batteries. But given its price and quality, we will forgive them for not including batteries. The batteries themselves slide in, AAAs, nice and easy, and there's a product code and a scannable information there. The remote, by the way, also forms a microphone for its voice control. The other accessory we have, and again it's in one of those compostable or biodegradable bags, is the unit's figure 8 New Zealand power cord. The other accessories, again similar sized box, very easy to open. We see a couple of cables. We've got an optical cable, Toslink optical with little plastic caps on it. We've got some better than basic RCA cables left and right. They were about 1.2 meters long, and then an HDMI cable. With the popularity of audio return channels being utilised nowadays, it's not unusual for companies to supply a modest HDMI to get the audio signal out of your television for a product of this quality to then be incorporated as part of what's running your amplification and streaming, for example, as well as being able to deliver any number of different setups associated with making your television sound better. So that's really good. Now the product itself, I'll lift it off. Oh, by the way, there we go. We've got a basic user guide, lots of pages there, mainly because it's multilingual. It's a quick startup guide. It's very simple to operate, so please, you know, that's more about how to plug things in and realistically where to go to download the app. Okay, last of the packaging. As I said, the product itself is protected in a sort of a soft plastic sort of bag. The plastic is designed to ensure that it remains scratch-free in transit, and getting that off is very straightforward. There's a couple of little pull tabs and a little bit of stick. Very easy. Right, and there we have it for the first time. Now look, as always, please hang around for photographs. I'll light this one up, we'll bring up the colour display and things along those lines. Nevertheless, as you would suspect from the photographs on the packaging, the product is not massive. It doesn't have amplification on board, it's a streamer. So its inputs and outputs are far more important than its physical mass. Nevertheless, colour display off to one side. We've got the rotary encoder, which allows you to navigate through the setup menu, apply settings, play with other menu features, as well as an input or enter as well. That illuminates to let you know what status it is in from a power perspective as well. Beneath that rotary encoder we've got a 3.5mm headphone socket, and again it's worth mentioning the headphone output is excellent. It's one of their chipset based amplifier modules. It's not very deep. Look, it's not very heavy, 2-3 kilos maybe. Obviously the WiiM logo, which obviously can spin round both ways, is kind of cool. It's got little rubber feet and scannable information associated with its serial number on the bottom, probably some electrical compliance and stuff there. Once on a surface it doesn't move around much, which is excellent. Okay, now it's the back that we see a plethora of resources and why this is proving to be so dominant in our industry. Getting over the boring stuff, we've got a figure 8 power input, and above it a USB. Now that will handle large thumb drives. If you're using very large external drives, I would always recommend that you utilise a network protocol or NAS drive, and then use the local area network connections to be able to stream from there. Obviously LAN, network socket. This has dual aerials, both for Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. Obviously they're on board, designed to keep things as stable as possible. But please, if you are streaming any real content, please at least fully consider running a network cable to it. The stability and speed is going to be worth your investment. Above that is the audio return channel, ARC, with the HDMI. Then beside it we've got an optical digital input to utilise the unit's DACs, and an optical digital output if you are using this as a streaming transport. We see the ground, and that's where this plugs in. It's not uncommon for unearthed or figure 8 products to need a dedicated earth, and it's good that they've thought about it, particularly if it's connected to an amplifier or other things along those lines, which could potentially create a buzz. By the time you've got an HDMI cable connected to a television, a network cable connected to a wall outlet, a wall socket, and a figure 8 to a power outlet, you've got a lot of potential for an earth problem, and being able to ground it is an important accessory, and excellent that they've thought about it. You've got a trigger out. It's just a 12 volt 3.5mm trigger, allowing it to turn on something like a connected amplifier. The unit has unusually a phono input, and again this allows that input to become part of this streaming sort of platform in your home and use the WiiM amp to connect things. It's got a coaxial output, again when using this as a transport, and beside it a subwoofer output, and that's managed in the amp and with the on-screen display as far as turning it on and off and adjusting its frequency response. There's a traditional left-right analog input, and then the most important, the analog left and right output, utilizing the digital to analog converters that this is renowned for already. It's got wonderful total harmonic distortion. It's really easy to use. It supports Alexa, Chromecast, it's a traditional DLNA product. It'll gapless playback, all of those things that you would want. It's stunning. It's superb. It's already getting acclaimed reviews. So it's brilliant to have shared this brand new WiiM Ultra streamer with you today here at the Listening Post in Christchurch, New Zealand. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more, subscribe to our channel.